are a lot of Switch indie games on the eShop. Some that a lot of people don't know about or have the chance to play. And we're going to talk about 4 of them that you should play right now. I will admit I'm a bit late with this video as these games came out earlier last month, but I really wanted to talk about them anyway because I really like them. I really think they are enjoyable. And after all, I guess better late than never when talking about these games, huh? I will admit some of them were given to me by the publishers, and I'll let you know which ones were. Regardless of whether these games were given to me or not, I will give you my honest thoughts on each and every game here. Also, disclaimer, I was able to play about 2 to 4 hours of each game, give or take. So while I may not have beaten some of these games, I still spent a decent amount of time with them to show my opinions. And with that, let's talk about 4 Switch games on the Nintendo eShop. Let's start with this adorable exploration game where you're a mushroom, Smushi Come Home. In Smooshy Come Home, you play as an adorable mushroom who gets separated from his family and must travel his way back home. You jump, paraglide, mine, and explore all around forests, caves, and rivers, while interacting with a lot of different bugs and doing favors for them, all while trying to find your way back to your fellow mushroom friends. Can Smooshy find his way back? This game is incredibly cozy through and through, and the art style is just absolutely adorable, something you would see in a kid's drawing almost. The design of Smooshy himself is just so cute. I mean, he's a mushroom. He's a walking, talking mushroom. And all the bugs and creatures themselves are appealing and fit the world they live in well. The dialogue is also pretty cute too, as the charm and humor of what these characters say stand out well. Nothing super dramatic or Shakespeare, but enough to tell you where to go, what to do, and add some flavor text along with it. The gameplay is magnificent as well. You get to explore, jump, glide around, mine ore, and it has a lot of similar elements to Breath of the Wild and open world games. I know, it's weird to compare this game to Breath of the Wild, and it's not quite as expansive, obviously. But it doesn't need to be. It's calming, and the charm really carries out a lot of unique ideas and cute visuals. I really had a blast playing this game. It's a bit short, but there's a lot to do. The main quest is getting home, but you could do a lot of optional stuff as well, such as finding all sorts of different things, doing a bunch of additional side quests, participating in a bunch of challenges, lots of things you could do in this small game. If you're looking for a relaxing game where you can explore and get lost in everything it has to offer, Smooshy Come Home is a must-have game. I mean, must-have game. The next game I want to talk about is a cozy game that focuses on the medical field and what it's like to work as a doctor. Fall of Porcupine. Fall of Porcupine. Thank you for the publishers for sending me a free copy of this game. I really, really do appreciate it. Fall of Porcupine focuses on a pigeon doctor named Finley who recently gets employed at the local hospital St. Ursula's in the town of Porcupine. He arrives back after an accident and learns how to be a doctor in the facility, taking care of his patients each and every day. You go through the daily life of a doctor, all while getting to know the residents of the town and exploring Porcupine itself. The game design reminds me so much of Night in the Woods, both in writing and especially with the level design of walking through different parts of Porcupine. The only difference is you really have a focus on the hospital itself and everything that comes with it, both good and bad. I really like that the medical tasks you have to do, such as diagnosing patients, giving them their medication, and injecting them with medicine, and more, are all shown in these little mini-games. The mini-games aren't stressful in the slightest, but you are still graded on how well you do, so you want to do your best, or the best you can anyway. I don't think they impact the story, but hey, there's still something to do that varies up the gameplay and narrative. I really like the character design, dialogue, and narrative for this game, as it can be witty and unique, but it's also not afraid to get serious and delve into the complex topics that you would expect to hear at a hospital, from the overwork and stress of the doctors, to the anxiety of the patients, to even the struggles of the maintenance of the hospital, and it really seems honest and refreshing. This is one of the games I played on stream, but I also had a lot more time off stream, just because I was really getting sucked into the world and characters. There were points where I thought I would be done with the game for a while, but in the end, I still wanted to keep going just to see what would happen. And I still have a lot more to play. I don't know how accurate it is to being a doctor in real life, but again, it seems believable to me. If you want to play a cozy, story-driven game that possibly reflects on what it's like to be a doctor, I'd say Fall of Porcupine is just what the doctor ordered. These cozy games provide a lot of memories. But what about a game of someone revisiting their memories as a child? This is Dordogone. Dordogne, I hope I pronounced it right, is a game about Mimi who returns to her grandmother's house in Dordogne and tries to remember her past and what exactly happened in that house. It's a cute and cozy adventure game where you interact with objects, explore different areas, and help others with tasks along the way, as you play as both Mimi in the present trying to explore the house and find its secrets, and Mimi in the past interacting with her grandmother. This game looks gorgeous, absolutely stunning. The backgrounds especially remind me of something you would see in a watercolor painting. The music, the dialogue, even the gameplay are simple, but enough to leave a lasting impact, and are sure to keep you wondering what exactly happened in that house. Exploring the different areas of the game also looks great and fun. And there's something calming about the whole vibe this game gives out. You can even take pictures of the levels around you too, and put them in a little scrapbook. It's really cute. Again, really adding a lot to the cozy vibes. Some of my favorite parts were just exploring, seeing all the rooms around the house in the past, or moving around in a kayak in the breathtaking looking waters in this game. But I'm not going to spoil too much, I want you to play this yourself. I had a lot of fun with this game. I did have a bit of trouble interacting with a few things, but other than that, I mostly had an easy time with it. If you're looking for an adventure game with some of the most beautiful visuals I've seen in an indie game in a long time, Dordogne is certainly a wonderful game to try. And finally, our last game, one I'm sure you'll have the time of your life playing, Crime O'Clock. Crime O'Clock! Special thanks to the publishers for giving me a copy of this game. I really appreciate it. Ever want to play a game that combines I Spy with time travel and puzzles? If so, Crime O'Clock is your game. You work in this time anomaly agency, not the one from Marvel, where you have to go to different time periods, find crimes in these large-scale pictures, going through time to see how these criminals do their crimes, and with the help of your crime-solving AI, you catch those in the act so you can prevent time anomalies from happening. You can zoom in the images as you find specific clues, which lead to more clues as you go backwards and forwards in the timeline. It's really interesting, and I do enjoy the art for these. It may look plain as there's no color to the image, but it's really cool and reminds me of a comic strip. Plus, while you're looking for your target, you can find a lot of funny drawings and some great pop culture references thrown in too. You can even find hints to future puzzles while you're looking for your current ones. You also have some mini games thrown in to help you solve your crimes, such as matching the images together to scan who a person is, to matching symbols together, all sorts of micro games that are a nice break from the searching of images. This game is probably the most challenging of the four, at least if you're like me, who can get easily stumped on where to find the person or thing you're looking for. Needless to say, I did have a lot of trouble. But it's not the game's fault, it's more mine than anything. There really is a challenge with a game like this, and it is extremely welcoming. Plus, if you do have trouble like me, they have a hint system that guides you if you're having difficulties. Up to 3 if you're like me who really had trouble. Crime O'Clock is a fantastic indie game and worth giving a try, especially if you are a fan of these type of games, or a fan of Where's Waldo. I had a lot of fun with it, but I admit, I had to take a few breaks because my brain was hurting trying to find everything. But again, that's just me. If you like finding hidden objects, you'll love this game. If you're even remotely interested, there's no better time to play Crime O'Clock. What are your thoughts on these eShop indie games? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned for more videos.